Indiana Fever falls short, but Lexie Hull came up big.
Lexie Hull gets the ball. She's going to pull up in just 1 second. Boom. There was a hand in her face. She knocked it down. Extremely hot from three-point range, especially in the first half. But she played her ass off in this game.
This game was crazy.
Another unbelievable third quarter from Stephanie White.
Does Stephanie White understand not break down in the third quarter all the time?
The offense is just dying and dying and dying, and it just feels like they don't have enough firepower.
The Fever just collapsed again.
Hell of a third quarter for them, as you know, the Fever's offense just kind of went flat. Then they give up a 12-point lead.
Even on a night where Lexie Hull had a career game. And it's clear, without Caitlin Clark, Indiana is lost.
This team has been decimated. It's an understatement at this point by, the amount of injuries.
Comment 100% for Caitlin if you believe she deserves so much better.
If Caitlin Clark was playing this game, they win this game. They win this game by 10 or 12 points tonight.
Lexie Hull gave everything she had in this game. From the opening tip, she looked unstoppable, dropping 10 points in the first quarter alone.
The Indiana Fever as a team lost, but if you're going on individual accolades, I got to tell you, Lexie Hull came up major, man. She put up like 10 points in the first quarter, and she played arguably her best game of the season.
Let's give it up for Lexie. In that first quarter, it was Lexie's game. Can I get a whole yeah? That's what was going on in that first quarter, fam, and she was just completely cooking.
And finishing the first half with 18 points.
Look, the Indiana Fever blitzed them to start the game. They had a 12-point first quarter lead. Like, what did Lexie have in the first half? Lexie had 18 points in the first half.
By the end of the night, Hull had a career-high 23 points.
Lexie Hull set her career high. She just went nuclear early in the game.
4 rebounds, 2 assists, and played a massive 38 minutes, almost the entire game.
Lexie Hull, 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. She played a whopping 38 damn minutes. Lexie Hull played almost the entire game.
Kelsey Mitchell gave us 27 points tonight. Kelsey, salute. Lexie Hull, career high from Lexie Hull. 23 points from Lexie Hull.
She was aggressive, confident, and hunting for shots when Indiana needed someone to step up.
Lexie Hull gets the ball. She's going to pull up in just 1 second. Boom. There was a hand in her face. She knocked it down. She knocked it down. She was extremely hot from three-point range, especially in the first half. But she played her ass off in this game.
I have no idea. I just heard her say I need so, and so I got Shay up there.
Lexie Hull tonight, career high for her, just especially effective there early on. What were you seeing from her performance?
She was aggressive. I mean, she was hunting shots. She was aggressive to the rim. She knew we needed another scorer on the floor, and because of the attention that Kelsey and AB get, she was getting free and she was hunting shots, and that's what we're going to need from her.
Hull hit big threes, attacked the rim, and kept the Fever alive while the rest of the offense struggled. Even when the team was running out of options, she kept pushing, proving she could be that spark the Fever desperately needed. Fans praised her fight, calling her one of the last light heroes left on this roster, right alongside Kelsey Mitchell.
Lexie Hull looked great. And one thing that I will say positive in this one is that we all know this was Lexie Hull year to get her back. And I'm hoping that she get her back with or without the Fever. The way she has been playing and showing up this year, even like rolling her ankle at times, coming up just in major ways when we need her to be, simply remarkable. And she's pretty much the last hero we got on the team next to Kelsey Mitchell.
And they're right. Lexie Hull showed heart, hustle, and resilience all night. But here's the reality. As brilliant as she was, it still wasn't enough.
Sometimes it's just not enough.
Indiana wasted her performance because no one else outside of Kelsey consistently matched her energy. And without Caitlin Clark out there to orchestrate the offense, Lexie's career night turned into just another footnote in a season full of heartbreaking collapses.
The Indiana Fever as a team lost, but Lexie Hull came up major. And Indiana Fever falls short, but Lexie Hull came up big.
For 2 quarters, the Indiana Fever looked like they had figured it out. They built a 12-point lead, hitting 10 three-pointers in the first half.
Lexie Hull, she burned it up in the first half. She really did. The Fever hit 10 three-pointers, I believe it was, in the first half. And they were only leading by, I don't know, it was like 8 or 9 or something like that. And I'm like, this lead is not nearly big enough. And you're not going to stay hot like that.
And completely stunned Minnesota on their own floor.
In the first half, the Indiana Fever looked amazing. They were hot, on fire. I could have sworn their jerseys was on fire the way that they were balling. Yo, when I say they were shooting the lights out.
But then came the story we've seen over and over again. The dreaded third quarter collapse.
The Indiana Fever, look, they went up at halftime by 2. They're destroyed in the third quarter.
The Fever were outscored 32-17 in the third quarter, turning a competitive game into a nightmare. The defense broke down completely, giving up 50-plus points in the paint and allowing the Lynx to shoot over 65% near the rim.
Fever was down 13 after 3 quarters with the 32-17 third quarter, got in the Lynx to the lead. 82 Lynx points is the story. Fever can't stop. The Lynx was shooting 66% on twos, including 12 of 14 at the right basket. Same issues all night for the Fever. Can't protect the rim.
Time after time, offensive rebounds turned into easy buckets, and Indiana simply had no answer. Minnesota's stars dominated. Kayla McBride exploded for 29 points, while Jessica Shepard,
We couldn't deal with Kayla McBride, and we couldn't deal with the pick and roll with Jess Shepard.
posted a jaw-dropping triple-double.
Jessica Shepard balled. She had 22 points. Kyla McBride put on a masterclass. She had 6 assists, 29 points, and 2 rebounds. Natasha Heidelman, 17 points. And just overall, man, you see like they whole team ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to see. You know, that's why they sitting in number 1 seed.
22 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists on 10 for 11 shooting.
Jess Shepard just had a 22-point triple-double on 1 miss.
Shepard cooked Indiana's defense possession after possession, exposing a lack of interior presence.
Jess Shepard just cooked her in the pick and roll.
And rim protection. And yet, the most frustrating part wasn't just the players being outmatched. It was the coaching. Fans blasted Stephanie White again for failing to make adjustments.
Stephanie White was out coached.
Another unbelievable third quarter from Stephanie White. Coming out once again, I will never back off of this. If you come out flat in the third quarter, if you give up leads in the third quarter, I'm going to question you as a coach.
When the Lynx came out firing after halftime, there was no counterpunch. No defensive scheme changes. No creative sets to free up shooters.
The coach that is winning the game needs to be prepared to be able to make an adjustment to their adjustment, because the adjustment is coming.
Just the same predictable breakdowns we've seen all season.
Yet Stephanie White gets outcoached. What's new? Not only outcoached, drastically outcoached.
Even Aaliyah Boston, the Fever's all-star centerpiece, struggled until the final minutes.
I just didn't feel like it. It felt like it was just Lexie Hull going off. And at the end, it was Aaliyah Boston.
Aaliyah Boston had 7 points through 3 quarters. From an all-star player.
Scoring most of her points in garbage time.
Aaliyah Boston, 7 of 9, 15 points. It looks like she showed up. If you watched her during this game, defense was terrible. She did not play a great game. I'm sorry. I know the statistics look good. Not great.
Aaliyah was a non-factor until the final stretch of that game. Like, how much did Aaliyah have in the fourth? Yeah, like Aaliyah had 8 points, 8 of her 15 in the fourth.
When the game was slipping away. Without real adjustments, her impact was minimized, while Minnesota maximized every weapon they had. This was more than just a loss. It was a clear example of a team being out-coached and out-executed. wasting another career night from Lexie Hull and another strong performance from Kelsey Mitchell. And fans are right to be frustrated.
Another unbelievable third quarter from Stephanie White. Coming out once again, I will never back off of this. If you come out flat in the third quarter, if you give up leads in the third quarter, I'm going to question you as a coach.
Does Stephanie White understand to get into the playoffs, we need to continue to win some games down the stretch? To get into the playoffs, we can't rely on Kelsey Mitchell to carry us to victories. To get into the playoffs, sometimes she might need to, coach. To get into the playoffs, she might need to not break down in the third quarter all the time.
What makes this collapse even more painful is that it once again highlights the missing piece for the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark. Time and time again, we've seen this team fight. We've seen individual stars step up. But without Caitlin, they don't have the leader to steady the ship when momentum shifts. Multiple analysts watching the game said the same thing. If Caitlin Clark had played, the Fever win this game by 10 to 12 points.
If Caitlin Clark was playing this game, they win this game. They win this game by 10 or 12 points tonight.
And they're right. Clark isn't just about scoring. She brings vision, energy, and the ability to control tempo. When the Lynx went on their third quarter run, Caitlin's floor generalship could have slowed the bleeding, found open teammates, and reignited the offense. Instead, Indiana looked lost. And the bigger issue is this. It's not just Caitlin missing. The Fever are being crushed by injuries. Odyssey Sims went down with an injury mid-game and limped straight to the locker room. Chloe Bibby was already hurt.
If you had told me that Chloe Bibby is going to be hurt and Odyssey Sims is going to go down, I would have guessed 30-point win.
Sophie Cunningham is still out. Even their hardship players, the ones brought in to cover for injuries, are now getting injured themselves.
Odyssey Sam went down. She's hurt, so we got to get another damn hardship player, and it's another player on the injury board.
Chloe Bibby got hurt as well. Look at the injury list. Odyssey Sims is injured as well. Thankfully, we didn't sign Odyssey Sims to a rest season contract.
It's been one setback after another.
The Fever are down absolutely everybody. So it's really difficult to hold it against them. And not only is it really difficult to hold it against them, I'm not going to hold it against them. I think it would be completely unfair to hold it against the Indiana Fever.
Kelsey Mitchell has been playing like an MVP, dropping 27 points on efficient shooting.
Yeah, for sure. And Kelsey's been carrying us, man. I mean, she's, you look at numbers, and her numbers have been incredible all season long. She's been incredible all season long, and then when we needed her most, she stepped up and been even better. And you think about, there's a lot of great MVP candidates out there, but Kelsey Mitchell should certainly be in the conversation.
And Lexie Hull just gave them the best performance of her career.
Kelsey, 9 of 20, 27 points. Lexie Hull, I mean, you can't ask for any more points than 23 points from Lexie Hull.
But basketball is a team game, and there's only so much two players can do without help. With no Caitlin Clark to draw defenses and create opportunities, defenses load up on Mitchell, and Hull's heroics aren't enough.
They've got no shot if she doesn't come back.
The truth is, Caitlin Clark has already proven she's the heart of this franchise. When she's on the floor, the Fever play with confidence, pace, and belief. When she's missing, Indiana looks like a team searching for answers. A team that can't finish games, can't execute in big moments, and can't match the league's elite. And this is where fans are furious. Because Caitlin Clark deserves better. She deserves a system built around her, coaching that can maximize her talent, and teammates who can rise to the moment. Instead, she's watching her team collapse without her, while her impact is being magnified with every single loss. This game wasn't just about Lexie Hull's career high. It wasn't just about Minnesota being the stronger team. It was a reminder that the Fever's identity, their fight, and their future all depend on one player, Caitlin Clark. And until this franchise gives her the support and structure she needs, heartbreak like this will keep happening.
Lexie Hull gets the ball. She's going to pull up in just 1 second. Boom. There was a hand in her face. She knocked it down. She knocked it down. She was extremely hot from three-point range, especially in the first half. But she played her ass off in this game.
The offense is just dying and dying and dying, and it just feels like they don't have enough firepower. This team has been decimated. It's an understatement at this point by, the amount of injuries.
Lexie Hull gave the Fever her best game ever. Kelsey Mitchell battled like an MVP. But even with all that effort, Indiana still collapsed. Because without Caitlin Clark, this team just doesn't have enough. Caitlin deserves better. She deserves a coach who makes adjustments, teammates who can step up, and a franchise that knows how to build around its superstar. If you believe Caitlin Clark is the missing piece that can save the Fever, drop a 100% for Caitlin in the comments right now. And don't forget to subscribe for more breaking updates on Caitlin and the WNBA.